Hello guys, welcome back to another Lightning Collector 2021 video. So I had quite a few comments on a couple of posts that I've put up this week regarding my collection and stuff. So usually every 6 months I will try and put out a little video of an update of my collection. So just going through it quickly, and I've had quite a few questions about little bits and bobs that I have of them. And someone else commented on a recent video and asked to see my entire collection. So usually I would have done it in June and then again in December or January. So not really due too much until the beginning of June, other than the next wave. So I thought I would do a little tour of what I've got so far. So this is my little collection area, which is sectioned off in my house. So you have to excuse my dead plant up there, but this is it. So I thought I would start over here just because these are mainly not Lightning Collection items, but what I've tried to do when I got my new shelves and stuff, I tried to do like little sections. So I've got a helmet in there, 3-0 figure, a couple of pops just to take up some space, and then a couple of little silly bits that I didn't know where to put, along with the morpher for each ranger. So again, excuse my dead plant, I need to get rid of it. But I've just put these on the top because I've got nowhere really to put them at the moment. And then looking down here, I've got my Red Ranger helmet with a couple of little silly bits at the front, with the Lightning Collection morpher, and as I explained, a couple of pops to fill it out along with the 3-0 figure. So I've done that all the way down. So there I've got the same in the pink, the same in the blue minus the morpher. And then at the bottom, I've got all my White Ranger stuff. Because there's no morpher or any extra bits, I've just kind of put in there a legacy coin that I was given with the statue I've got, his Funko back there, 3-0 figure, and then a helmeted and unhelmeted pint-sized pop. And then on this side, I've done the same. Obviously, we're missing the morpher and the helmet on this one, so hopefully we'll get that soon. So I've just added a little couple of pops and some silly little figures down there. And then next I've got the same here, so I'm just waiting on the yellow helmet just to fill in that space there, which would probably look pretty nice when that's done. It looks sort of similar to those ones. At the bottom I've got all my Lord Dragon bits, and because there's not a lot of them other than Lightning Collection bits, I've got my Lightning Collection helmet with my 3-0 figure. Got a little Action Q figure there. A couple of pin badges I got off of Facebook, and this pop at the back. And lastly, for this part of the collection is just all my signed stuff. So there's an Alpha Yellow Ranger from the woman from the original pilot. And then I've got Zach, Andros and Rocky, that's all signed at the back. And I will be adding Billy to that part of the collection very soon. Just at the top here, I've got my Lord Zed helmet along with the Lightning Collection weapons. I have taken the batteries out just to avoid any leakage. So there they are, waiting on the last two, hopefully to make a really nice power blaster. So starting at the top, I've tried to keep this in some sort of order. So I've got the mmpr sort of vintage style stuff. So the VHS Megazords on the back there. It's wave 1 and 2 and Ninja. Then just the flip heads there. Moving over to the Lightning Collection, this little logo just here. It's just a 3D print I got off of eBay. So if you're looking for them, which is a lot of the time I get the questions on, they are just an eBay 3D print. You can find them, just type in Power Rangers logo 3D print or whatever, and they do pop up. There is a couple of different styles, which I'll show you again in a minute. This is like my season 3-ish sort of stuff, where I've just tried to use the extras that I've had. So obviously these come in the 2-packs and stuff. Having the White Ranger there, I've kind of made an unhelmeted season. So we've got Rocky, Adam, Kat, Tommy, Aisha, and the original Billy, but he does have the remastered head on him. In the middle, I've got the Ninja Rangers, all looking very cool, including Kat. And then at the back, I've got my metallics. So you can't see them very well because I've posed them and they're kind of looking a bit short, especially the yellow one. In the middle here at the top, we've got our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, all helmeted. I've got the Zap Megazord at the back there, posed up. He's had to be posed so he can bend down a little bit to fit in. And then we've just got all the updated helmets and stuff on them. So I've changed the Black Ranger's helmet there that I took off the Adam figure. We've got the updated helmet on Kimberly at the back. The helmet from the Power Swap pack on both versions of Jason. Obviously Tommy Green Ranger at the back there, and then a remastered Billy at the front. They've all had updated blasters, so they've all got a closed blaster sitting in their pockets there as well. And moving down, this is my command center I had made. So this was handmade out of foam and painted and whatever, and it had some nice little gems and stuff to make it look like it's got some glowy buttons. Obviously Zordon and Alpha at the back, Alpha doing some work. And then the two new remastered, obviously you can see I've got a spare Jason head there waiting for remastered Jason. So my plan is here is to have all the remastered figures in their morphing poses unhelmeted on that shelf there. And then coming down another one, I've got just the main villains out of mmPR so far. So rather than mix these in with like Monster of the Week and stuff, I wanted them to have their own sort of separate shelf. So I've got Finster there, is looking very, very nice. He's still one of my favourite figures. I think he's the most well done figure out of the lot, to be honest. Got an unhelmeted Tommy at the back there with Rita, a couple of Zed putty. Zed's on a nice 3D printed throne, which looks really cool. And I'm hoping we just get a couple more there to be able to add with them. At the top, I've put all the Monsters of the Week with a couple of little army builders and stuff. So my plan is when the new Rita comes to put her in the middle there, surrounded by all the monsters and stuff. I may even move Finster, but I'm not sure yet. But that's what we've got so far. So all the Monsters of the Week are at the back. And then we've got the Tenga, including the new 2-pack version with some standard putties at the front there too. And this next one's my Boom Studios shelf. So I didn't really know what to do with that cell shaded pink. So she's just sat there in the box. She's in a little protector because I bought a load of protectors for anything I wanted to keep in the box. So rather than her just getting damaged, I know she's not going to be sought after or anything like that. So she's not being protected for any other reason other than the fact that she's just sat there. So, like I said, I didn't know whether they were going to do the rest or not, so I didn't bother unboxing her because I didn't know where to put her. But this is probably one of my favourite shelves. So we've got Lord Draken having a little float in the middle, surrounded by his army. We've got Ranger Slayer at the back. So we've got the evil Kimberly up there with the evil Tommy, looking very nice. I really like these figures. I think they're done very well to be able to get a good likeness of Tommy in like a much older, you know, sort of scarred face and stuff. Looks really cool. And then we've got our original Draken there as well. On the other side, we have the dreaded Power Swap 2-pack. Probably one of the worst releases that they've done in regards to quality and stuff like that. Then we've got Andros and the Phantom Ranger just at the side there. I put these with them because I had a spare Andros. I wanted to include him in the Boom Studio shelf just because of some of the more recent comics, and I really liked him in that black suit. Next up's my Green Ranger shelf, so this one probably gets the most comments out of them. I'm a massive Green Ranger fan. Green's always been my favourite, so I do have quite a bit, and I do plan on adding more to it. So I'll start this side, and I've got a little Super 7 reaction figure there of the Green Ranger and a pint-sized Funko. This Dragon Zord came in a 2-pack with this little Green Ranger. It's like a pop vinyl thing. I can't even remember what it was, but it was like a Funko sort of thing. There I've got one of them little silly little Green Ranger thing there. I couldn't even tell you what it is, but it was one of them kind of things you can get on like Toys for £1 or whatever. Some other little silly bits just down there. This is the VHS Dragon Zord in his like battle mode or whatever. Looks quite nice. That second wave of the VHS tapes are quite hard to find now, so if you do find them, buy them and grab hold of them. This is just a Master Morpher I made. It does light up nice and green for it, although it doesn't look like it. But it came out quite well, and it was the first thing I ever customed, so I'm pretty happy with it. Got our Fighting Spirit Green Ranger there, got a comic at the back, the flip head, 3-0 Green Ranger, which is probably again another one of my favourites. Excuse the dust on my statue if you can see it, but he sits on a little turntable, so he makes a really nice centerpiece for display. I've got the re-release of the flip head there, as well as the Battle Damage Super 7 reaction at the back there. Super 7 Ultimate Tommy, which to be honest I wasn't a massive fan of, just because I felt the quality wasn't there for a Super 7, which is unfortunate considering the amount of money it costs. You do get a lot of accessories with it, but for the amount of money it costs, I didn't think the quality was there for it. At the top, just a Funko and some other bits, a little Lego. This is the Action Q Green Ranger, a little Funko, the Super 7 Dragon Zord. alongside the Zord Ascension project Dragon Zord. I have had to take the tail off just to make it fit. I've saved some space here for the remastered Green Ranger, so he'll be sat there. And then up here I've just got a sealed and protected Lightning Collection Green Ranger, and this is probably the grail piece for me. So this was the thing I wanted the most, and I did manage to get it for a very, very, very good price, because in the UK they're just impossible to get. I don't know many people that have got them. I know some people have got them, but in this condition, sealed, I can't imagine you'll find one in the UK better than that. So for me, Spectrum Green Ranger at the back is my grail of my Green Ranger collection. And back onto the Lightning Collection, I've got our Wild Force here with the Putrid at the back. I do intend on getting some more Putrids just to give a bit more volume to the team, but at the moment, while they're still full price, I will happily wait on them. Time Force with the bike at the back, and then here I've got a couple of teams. So at the back, I've got the Invisible Phantom Ranger, and I've saved that space for Turbo, although I may rearrange some order of these and maybe put the Lost Galaxy at the back. So in the middle, we have got Lost Galaxy. We're just waiting on Pink, and hopefully we'll get 2 releases so I can display one with the helmet and one without after she gets killed off in the show. And then the newest piece of my collection is these Alien Ranger 5-pack, who, if you haven't seen the review, you can see on my channel now. It's a very, very nice pack, and I'm very, very pleased with the team. This next set down is probably one of my favourite shelves, if not the favourite, and this is an entire shelf dedicated to Power Rangers in space. So I've just got Zane and Astronomer at the front here in his nice Psycho suit, with both versions of Ecliptor and the Psycho Rangers at the back there. We've got Andros fighting his sister at the front with the new In Space Silver and Cycle. If you want to check that out, I've got a review for quite a lot of this stuff on here. So if you want to check out any of that, please subscribe to my channel, and I most appreciate any support. I've also got the glider at the back there, who's looking really nice. So this is on just a claw stand, so it looks like this. So if any of you have got any of these sitting at home, you can pop the top off like so, and that will fit perfectly underneath the glider. Very snug, strong enough to keep that glider up in the air, and you can get these really, really cheap for quite a lot of them on eBay, so have a little look at them. I've got the rest of the In Space team at the front with the disguised Andros, and behind we have got the Astro Megazord. So that is my In Space shelf, and I love it. It's definitely one of my favourite shelves, if not the. So Dino Fury is next, and they are in the middle. So we've got the 2 that are out so far, along with Hasbro's Megazord. This comes in like 6 different packs, maybe. I think we're on number 6 now. I kind of stopped as we got to this point, just because I don't think I'm going to have the space to be fitting the other bits on there, but they're really, really cool. If you can find the original red one to be able to attach these bits on, they're definitely worth buying. This is my Power Rangers Zeo team. So there's the entire team just at the front there, along with Jason from the 2-pack. So he came in a 2-pack along with Red Dragon Shield Ranger. And it is a really, really nice 2-pack. If you can find it for good money now, it's definitely worth buying. I've got Trey of Triforia at the back there in a really, really nice pose. He is probably one of my favourite figures and definitely at the top, along with a nice amount of cogs. These are on a really, really good deal on Zavvi. They were like 3 for £30, so I grabbed an extra 3. And just the basic Megazord that Hasbro bought out for Zeo a little while ago. So he's a really good size, and you can definitely get him for a really good price. Comes with all the different changeable helmets and stuff, and he is a really sizable figure. And for the price, his articulation is pretty good. And just next to them, it's these silly little coins. I bought them on Zavvi because they were like silly cheap. There was only 1,000 of them made. I don't expect them to be worth anything or worth keeping, but for 20 quid, I thought why not. So these are Lightning Collection with a twist. So these are all the nice crossovers we've got. So we've got the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Cobra Kai crossover here. So we've got Daniel at the back, Samantha, Miguel, Johnny, and the Skelly Putty. The Skelly Putty is really cool, actually, even if you just buy them for boosting up your little putty collection. They are pretty cool. Then we've got the 4 Street Fighter crossovers in the middle here. followed by the Ninja Turtles. So that Shredder, beautiful figure, really, really good figure. And these are the last on the shelves for Lightning Collection figures. So I've got all my SPD there with the A Squad in the middle and the 2 extras at the back with some space if we do get any extras. And lastly, I've got my Beast Morphers there, so we're just missing one main figure and maybe another bad guy. If we can get some more than that, then that'd be pretty cool. Along with Dino Thunder in the middle there, so we're just waiting for Dr. Oliver, which is out shortly. He is available on AliExpress now, so if you're in the UK and you are in a rush, you can grab him, but to be honest, by the time it ships over, you would probably get it at a normal release anyway, so I wouldn't even bother. And lastly, at the back, we've got Power Rangers Dino Charge, another really nice looking team there. Very, very happy that they finished that, and it looks great. Just some final bits. So this is just sat at the bottom of my shelves because I've got nowhere to put them at the minute. I do plan on maybe putting a couple of shelves up to put these pops on so I can clear this space and have this for any future releases. I've got a lot of the pops, pretty much all of them. So I've got all of the bad guys except for the pumpkin wrapper, all the unhelmeted ones, all of the Morphin exclusive ones, and I think I just need the standard black and pink ones, so just waiting on them. They're not massive on top of my priority list. I never intended on collecting these, it was only that I got some as a gift and I couldn't help myself into finishing them. So I've got all my little silly bits at the bottom there with the Action Q Dino Fury red figure in the middle, just because I didn't know where to put them, and the rest of my pops. Just over there is all the stuff that I use for filming and stuff, my comics, and some figures I need to send out to somebody soon. So that is it for my collection, guys, up until the middle of 2023. I hope we'll get some more announcements soon to be able to add some more, and I really hope it's helmets or weapons or morphers this time, because that would just be great. Next for us in the UK, we are looking for the next wave, which is due on the 1st of June. Hopefully we don't get pushed back on that. I've got a feeling if anything it will be on time, maybe a little bit before, a couple of days early maybe if we're lucky. But if you like my video, please subscribe, it helps a lot and it makes me know that you want to keep watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and let me know what your grail pieces are in the comments below. But thank you for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye.